Hey, everybody. What? I just saying hey.
No. I think it's just like we need to figure out a way to be a little bit more organic and not just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of hate the hey everybody, welcome back. Like, I don't think we need to do that.
I don't know. I just, I want people to feel welcome on the pod.
I don't think that's necessary.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out. We'll workshop. We could do it like every week for the next few weeks. We'll like have a new intro and then everyone votes. We'll get mom's advice.
That's what I had. Oh, I have some good mom content to talk about. Actually, hold my mic because I need to get my phone.
Okay.
It's up there.
So we're actually not called Sister Session Podcast anymore. We're just SS.
In the words of our mother, SS.
Yeah, she texted us the other day. She goes, I've been listening to the first 15 minutes of SS. Watching, because she watches.
Yeah.
Watch the first few minutes of SS, and I have some thoughts. And I was like...
The fuck is SS?
It's like, what are you watching?
I was like, huh?
And she's like, Sister Session.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I didn't know about her nickname. My bad.
So thank you all for our SS listeners and watchers.
Our only, like, viewers truly just our mother, actually.
Yeah.
And that's okay, but, like...
Oh, she has some critiques.
She's a big fan, honestly, and I don't even think she's gonna ever talk to us again via phone call, because she's just gonna hear about our life via SS,
yes.
Actually. So... We're probably never gonna hear from our mom again because we started this. Like, It's cut all communication. And it's probably the same for our dad. Like, I hope we're showing...
He doesn't even...
Well, no, he doesn't even contact us most of the time.
We should start making Facebook reel posts.
So like, he can see it. I think that would be ideal for him. Mm-hmm. So then he would at least know what's going on in our life because, like I said, he doesn't contact us. And
he's such a dad.
He follows.
He's a quiet follower.
He's a quiet follower of SS. But, well, it's just, he literally... I'll text him. He does not respond to me.
No.
And like same with like kind of calling. He's like, "What are you calling about? What kind of money do you need from me?"
And sometimes I'm just calling to say hi.
Hi. In fact, like on my birthday, mom called me and I was talking to mom, and I thought like dad was, I don't know, like in the bathroom taking his morning poop or something. No, he was actually in the living room watching his Facebook reels,
and you could hear them.
It was about 10 minutes into my conversation with my mother, and she was like, "Oh, Tim, do you want to say happy birthday to your daughter?"
What did he say?
Yeah, happy birthday. Doesn't even like come to the camera or anything. Like didn't even look at my face. Just happy birthday.
We have a great dad. I don't want people to think we don't have a great dad. He's different than us. He's not as social. He's not as extroverted as we are.
His only socialness of him is his Facebook reels.
And then taking the dogs to the dog park.
Yeah.
But no, mom called me last week. I was talking to her last week and she's like, I don't know. I've been listening to your podcast and I don't know anything you guys are talking about. She goes, you guys should talk about more relevant topics. And I was like, that's what we're talking about.
Very relevant.
She goes, maybe just don't talk about pop culture. And then you hear a dad in the background. Their demographic is not you.
Well, our mom, I don't even want to know what she like looks at on her Instagram. Like, I think it's a lot of like books and like it's like influencers, but like her age.
Yeah.
So she doesn't really know what's like ever going on.
No.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
But, like,
yeah. I would actually be kind of concerned if she was really in touch with everything that's happening, but
and what we're talking about. No, I agree. Hold on, let me...
Oh, I will say we're in a new space. We're in a new location. We're in my guest room because I was tired of moving the bed back to, like, we put it kind of in this situation. This bed is already this way. Lily does not like
it doesn't matter the details, actually. Just know we're in a new
the lighting's better
location.
The lighting's better.
But I have to go back to mom real quick.
Oh, okay.
When we were starting our podcast, we were like on FaceTime with her and she was like, I have one request. And we're like, oh, what is it going to be? Like, don't talk about me or something? She goes, on your reels, make sure you put the text so it's big enough. I was like, Mom, what? And she's like, make sure you, like, the text is big enough.
Every time I see a reel, the text is just so small. I'm like, I just think that's because you're older and you can't, like, I was like, I think we're doing fine.
Well, and I was like, Mom, I don't think our reels are going to be having text, to be honest with you. And she goes, oh. And I was like, you can just listen with your ears.
Yeah.
On our reels. You don't have to be doing any reading. And Mom.
They're funny. I love our parents. They're fun.
They're a treat.
I would like to make a formal apology to the podcast because
To the podcast
listeners and watchers, and to you and to Tilly. I was listening to our latest one and I realized that I am a mouth breather. I've known I'm a mouth breather and I hate it. And I'm trying to fix it. And so I do apologize that I breathed a lot into the microphone. That was probably disgusting. I hope you don't take that as a penalty against this podcast, because I do think this is quality content. I'm so sorry. And if you have any tips on how to not be a mouth breather, I'd really appreciate it, because maybe that's why I'm single, is because I'm a mouth breather.
I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, no. There's probably a lot of other reasons why you're single.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
In fact, yesterday we were at this like ranch farm situation.
Festival.
It was really fun. I'll just give you a lowdown of everything that we did. And I'll come back to this talking about Kendra being single. Don't you worry. But yeah, so we went to this festival, super cute. And we rode like on this big slide, and then we were like walking around. Like there's a bunch of activities to do, and they have like a farm and everything.
A lot of it's for kids.
I will say, like, we were there with her cousin, but majority of the people there were either A, on a date, or B, a family. So we were not
the demographic.
We were not the demographic of this place, but we had a great time anyways. And then Kendra's like, oh, I want to go on the rock wall. Like, I want to go on the rock wall. And we're like, okay, like, let's go over the rock wall. And then we're like, come on, Kendra, like, go do it. Like, we're like, how fast do you think you get up? She's like, 2 minutes, whatever. So then, like,
I used to rock climb in college. It's been a minute. I was also wearing a Canadian tuxedo. I was wearing denim on denim.
We were like, come on, Kendra. She said, no. And then, like, the little boy running.
The 14-year-old.
The 14-year-old running the rock climb. He's like, why don't all three of you do it? I said, oh, I'm not doing that personally in my cheetah pants. No, thank you. And so we're like, Kendra, get on up there. So then she goes and whatever. She gets about, like, 3/4 of the way. And she just quits. She's a quitter.
I fell.
No,
I
slipped. You quit.
I did slip. I was trying and I slipped.
You quit. She was about at a minute 30. You were really close to making that 2 mark and ringing the bell, but that's okay. And then we went and we got food, and their food was delicious.
They got a corn dog.
I really appreciate the sauce station that they had. They had, for anyone who's wondering, ketchup, which I'm not a fan of ketchup.
Fry
sauce, honey mustard, ranch,
and barbecue sauce.
And
then they had packets of mayo. And
which,
mustard.
like, if you get mayo, gross. But anyways, really appreciate the sauce station from this establishment. Who is blowing up my phone? And it was so delicious. And then we went and we played with all the baby animals, and it was the sweetest thing ever. One of them ate Kendra's hair, one of the baby goats.
It was gross.
You were fine. And then we played with the baby cows. Like, it was so awesome. Then we got hot apple cider donuts. It was such a good time.
It was.
And we were like, Kendra's like, oh, this would be so fun to bring your kids here. And I was like, this would be so fun to go on a date. Like, imagine. And then my cousin Paisley was like, oh, like, Lily, you're not dating? I was like, oh, no. And then they were like oh, like, well, do you have a special move? And they were like, a go-to move. And I was like, no, like, what's your guys' go-to moves? And then we were like joking. I'm like, I don't think I'm getting that good of advice, like, from you two. Kendra is 27 and single, and Paisley, who's what?
30
and single. Like, I'm actually not going to take your advice on your guys' go-to moves.
My move was really good.
The robot.
The robot where you're like, beep, 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 beep. It's a joke. If a guy did that to me, I would
slap him.
Yes.
I would slap
Honestly,
him.
that's worse than getting my boob touched, I think.
I agree. Oh my gosh, but going back to Mom, I forgot about this, that I want to bring this up. So, the other day, I was scrolling on Mom's Facebook, Because every once in a while, I love to go look through like old pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And if you get down far enough, and this is kind of like the time that we were living like in Texas. It was so like what, like 2010, 2012, around this time. It's when like Facebook, like people would just like post like their thoughts, like not even a picture, just like messages, which like you did that too.
I did that too.
Yeah,
we should do an episode where I read them because they're
so funny.
so
but
good.
there was a few that stood out to me from Mom's Facebook that I just like have to bring up.
I'm not ready for this. I'm gonna pee my pants.
There's two of them. Okay, this was to give you a date, actually. June 19th, 2014. This is what it reads. Lily is complaining about Kendra not buying her a soda. This is still an issue till this day. And then it goes in quotations. I think this is what I'm saying. Mom, it's not fair. And then Kendra to Lily in quotation. It's not fair that Mom and Dad have more children. And like this is still an issue to this day, like of like Kendra not buying me a soda, because there was one time that I think we DoorDash tacos or something. I was like, can you give me a fountain Dr. Pepper? She didn't give me a fucking fountain Dr. Pepper and got herself her own fucking bottle of Mexican Coke, and I was so upset. This is like
sorry.
Not like
this is a few weeks ago,
a couple months ago actually. Anyways, so this one really gets me. It has nothing to do with me. It really gets me because it's like both Mom and you. I can't stop laughing at this. I was peeing my pants when I was reading these at 10 p.m. This is January 29th, 2012. So we were still living in Texas at the time. You're not ready for this. Today in church, Kendra sat next to me during the closing song. Just wait. No. I just closed my eyes and listened to her sweet, beautiful voice and was instantly blessed by her talent. And then Kendra commented on the post, no! I love you, thank you. And those are the only two that I have, but I think we should actually we should make this a segment or something where we go and like read our parents and yours, like Facebook experts.
That's actually a really sweet one. I don't know why I'm laughing at this.
It's sweet, but it's just like, it's just funny because like Mom would never say that now.
No.
Our mom would never say that now. So I'm like, what was happening there? But
that's right when we moved to Alaska.
Yeah, and it was right before we moved to Alaska.
Yes, it was literally I remember that day. It was the last Sunday before we moved back up to Alaska, and I was so mad at Mom and Dad for making me move. I was in the middle of 8th grade, and so I think they were being extra nice to me.
Yeah.
That's when Dad bought me that vanity with the
zebra.
And I was like, thank you. No, I was very grateful, but I was like, you knew something was wrong.
Yeah, when Dad was like
buying me something nice, because I was very mad at them for making me move.
Yeah. No, but I think that would be like really funny. Every other week we go and we find an expert.
I have so many embarrassing ones.
One or two. It's a new segment. Speaking of new segments, actually, I forgot to tell you this. I have an idea.
Okay.
So, I guess you would call this a segment. Yeah, like, what's on your For You page this week?
Oh, yeah.
And I've already thought about it.
What's on your For You page?
This is what on my For You page this week. Number one, and this can go for the both of us because we've been talking about this. The press for the movie Warfare. Shh. A moment of silence for these gentlemen of the cast. No. Let me just say, the casting director for this movie deserves a fat kiss on the lips for casting all of these young men. I'm speechless by the press for it. I am like every video, like, and I've already probably seen the clip so many times, but I just like have to sit and watch it at least 2 or 3, like every time it pops on that FYP. And we're gonna go see it this weekend or this week.
Mm-hmm. I'm not prepared.
Next week we will report back, and I am pooping my pants thinking about like the outcome of this movie because we've seen the trailer.
We know what it is. We
know what it's about, and yes, I'm going to see it for the cast. Granted, it does look like a really good movie, but those type of movies just give me so much anxiety.
Yes.
And so, like, knowing the outcome of, like, what could happen, I'm a little nervous. I don't think I will be eating my extra large popcorn during this movie.
No.
I will be pooping my pants, like I said.
I will have bad dreams that week. I will have
bad dreams.
I will have stressful dreams that I'm in war. I just know it.
Okay.
And we all know I would not survive war.
Right.
But no, it's so good. They're all just so charming. And this is like, you know, when they're like, boys will be boys and how that's a toxic phrase. This is what it means to boys will be boys. It's when they're just like loving each other and they're funny. Oh my gosh, did you see the one they did the prank on?
Yes. Oh my goodness, it was so funny.
Will Poulter.
I'm obsessed with him.
His eyebrows are beautiful.
I'm obsessed
with him.
What
a glow up.
Oh, yes.
Because I remember him on
and Maze Runner.
We're the Millers, and it was kind of like, and then he was kind of gone for a few years. Like he did stuff, but not. And then he just showed up and everyone's like, oh, he's hot. And that's why looks aren't everything and you got to wait it out sometimes.
I agree. So, he's beautiful. Him and Charles Melton.
Oh, and Charles Melton is like getting older too.
And he is aging so wonderfully.
And Joseph Quinn is really good looking too. I think
he's also just funny. So is Kit Connor. Kit Connor's so funny.
I love it because he's the youngest.
Yeah.
And he's there's definitely, it's your demographic. No, my fucking demographic.
No, what was it? To me, the funniest is, I watched it. When they were talking about heart
or when he
stoppers.
puts his hand in Will Poulter's back pocket.
Calvin Klein's. Or that's a back pocket. That's assault.
That's assault. That was they all have such good facial expressions too. Like they're all very expressive. I'm loving it, and I love the like Cosmo Jarvis, who's just like in the back.
He's just so chill.
And Michael Gandolfini too.
It's just such a good cast. Like
it is. And Noah Centineo,
which he's not in any of the press, and that's okay.
That's fine. I think he doesn't have the vibe for it.
I agree.
I think he would make it a little cringy.
Yeah. Anyways, well, the next thing that's on my For You page this week is the stupid fucking Chelsea Park claw clip hairstyle. Do you know what I'm talking about? No, it's a half up, half down. It's a half up, half down. She did not create a half up, half down. And you look stupid. It's not cute. The claw clip is on top of your head. The hair is up in bumps.
It's something that you do when you're like putting your hair back when you're doing your makeup.
It's not an everyday. Yeah. Well, and it's just like you look stupid. Personally, if that was me at the age of 5 and my mom put my hair up like that, I would have the biggest meltdown over the bumps that were coming out of my head. I'm like, why? This has to be a social experiment because it's not cute.
No,
it's not cute. And on that note, on the Chelsea Park note,
I don't even know who she is.
I don't really know who she is, but I don't get why people are so obsessed with buying her last name on a mock neck sweatshirt.
What?
She has like her own brand that's like clothing, and I don't know if it's her merch or what, but it literally is just in all caps. It says Park, and it's a mock neck sweatshirt, and people are so obsessed with the mock neck sweatshirt, and I'm confused because she did not create a mock neck sweatshirt. Like a mock neck is a neckline. Chelsea Park did not create a mock neck sweatshirt.
It's also spring and summer. Like we don't need to.
It's been a thing for a while. This Park mock neck sweatshirt that I'm just really peeved about because people are so obsessed with it. Like when she drops a new one, it's like everybody has to rush on the website and like no one can get it. And like one time,
is the font cute?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's like a fucking Nike sweatshirt. It's literally like a Nike sweatshirt, but it says Park. It says her last name. It's so stupid. In fact, like these little teeny pop girls came into Free People, and Free People has a similar, like, again, a mock neck sweatshirt. Like, it's not a crazy thing. It's a normal style of clothing that says FP movement or whatever. And they go, not the Park dupe. Not the Park dupe? She did not create a mock neck! I'm so confused. She did not create a mock neck. I don't get it. It's making me so mad.
I feel like
I don't even know this young woman, and I'm just annoyed by her last name, Park. I'm sick of the Park mock neck. I'm sick of the Park claw clip. She did not create these things. Can we stop? And I even think she's kind of like on it because like she's made a couple of videos like I did not, like I'm literally putting my hair up in a claw clip. I don't know. It's all over my FYP. Like people look so stupid with the claw clip. I'm sorry. It's it's really pissing me off.
I'm sorry.
And I just had to get that out. And then let me just wrap up my FYP.
Mm-hmm.
This is my last thing. And it hasn't even been just this week. It's been the past week or two. And this is so random and out of character for me because normally this would not be on my FYP. It just happened. And that's the beauty of like TikTok is that you like see things that you would never thought you'd be interested in. And this, I have had the UConn women's basketball team all over my For You page in the past 2 weeks because they won the national championships for like college women's basketball. And their team is so funny. They're like, you'll have to look them up because they're so funny. And like the main, like their team captain, whatever. I don't know much about sports, obviously, but the main girl who graduated or whatever graduating, Paige Beckers.
I think she
was the first draft
yes.
in the WNBA, and her outfits was amazing. Like, I'm just so obsessed with them for some reason. Like, they came across my For You page, and I've been obsessed ever since. Because I've just been seeing a lot of, like, their old TikToks, and then also, they go on at, like, TikTok Live all the time. And they're just all really funny. Like, I really do like them. And so, again, it's very out of character for me, and I knew you wouldn't relate to it, and that's okay. But I've really enjoyed these young women on my FYP.
I'm just looking at what is in my FYP.
Sometimes I look at my repost and I'm like, oh, what's on my repost? Like, I don't know, but what?
I've got some.
Okay, give it to me. Kendra, what's on your FYP this week?
Well, I do this to myself, and it's when I'm feeling this is really sad. I hate that I'm doing this, but every once in a while I will come across a video where it's like a boyfriend who is just like really nice and sweet to his girlfriend, and it's like, oh, this is your sign to have like the nice boyfriend because you get gentle love. And then I go down a rabbit hole at like 10 p.m. and I'm like, man, I'm so single, and these girls are like 21, 22,
right?
And I'm just like, I hate this. And TikTok. It's not an episode without me coughing or sneezing. But it used to be like rom-coms gave you like unrealistic standards. TikTok.
Now it's TikTok.
It's TikTok, and it's these really nice non-toxic men, and it's pissing me off. And I'm like, where can I find them? They're not on Hinge. Anyways, and then the new trend, like, you know, I love like hopecore, those videos with like Under Pressure.
Yes.
And, like Muppets, hopecore, all of that.
Yeah.
The new one has been Thank You for the Music.
Oh, okay.
And it's Thank You for the Music from ABBA.
Yes.
And it's all like these musicians and singing. I'm just like, thank you for the music.
Yeah.
I have a very emotional, like, emo For You page. Like, it's just, like, it's always just like, oh, it.
The other thing, and I'm sure you can relate to this, my For You page a lot this past week has been Yellow Jackets.
Oh,
and
same.
Yellow Jackets
Yes.
edits. What are these people? What freaking media like editing training have these people gotten to make these just insane edits? I don't get. It's the well, there's so many, but Yellow Jackets, the edits have been so good, but the other one is the Challengers edits. They're just so like, they're so cinematic. I'm like, I know you're not doing this on iMovie, but like, how are you doing this? Because
CapCut. I think it's CapCut.
I don't know, but like, it just looks so good. I'm like, what? I don't get how you're producing these. Like,
I do love a good edit.
There's nothing more than that I love more than an edit. In fact, like half of my reposts are edits.
Yeah.
But no, the Yellow Jackets edits have been so good. I really need them to renew for season 4. Like, the fact that I have not heard word is like a little concerning. But
going into that, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I've been trying not to cut Lily off because I've been told that I cut her off.
She also told me that I cut her off, which I just think is so untrue. If anybody would like to attest, please comment down below. Okay.
Anyways, so on that note, I've been thinking a lot. I'm a little upset because now that Yellow Jackets, White Lotus, and for me, Abbott Elementary is done for their series, for the season, I'm like, what am I going to watch? And I'm kind of so grateful. I'm grateful for TV. I'm a big TV watcher, and I'm so happy that they didn't just release it all in one shot. that it was every week, and so I got to savor it. And I think I'm done with binge watching. There's just like nothing that I want to binge watch anymore. And I feel like summer and springtime, I'm kind of like, I want to be outside. I don't want to watch TV. I want to read in the fields and go to the park with Tilly. But I still love to watch a show. But I think I like to savor it. Like, I was really mad during season 2 of The Summer I Turned Pretty, when they did an episode every week instead of releasing all at one go. And
honestly, I'm happy.
I'm happy
that they do that.
I think we need to stop binge watching.
I think for me, I agree, because I'm not a huge TV watcher, honestly. And when it binge watching, because I never have the time to binge watch, and so I can never get invested in a TV show. But with Yellow Jackets and White Lotus, like, I've watched them previously, and so with the new seasons coming out, I actually really enjoyed having like a weekly episode to watch for these shows, and like
it gives you something to do.
It gives me something to do without having to be pressured into watching like a bunch of TV all the time. Like, I have my 1 or 2 episodes a week that I get to watch, and I think that's why I enjoy like TV coming out in real time, and not just like a season going on Netflix or Prime or whatever. So I will say I agree with The Summer I Turned Pretty. I hated when they did weekly episodes like in season 2, but I'm actually very excited for weekly episodes, because it also just like gives you some anticipation. And the thing that I love about it, because I was hearing this week I watched Jake Shane's podcast with Sophie Thatcher, and he was saying that he binged all of Yellow Jackets before he interviewed Sophie, and she's like, wow, that must have been a lot. Like, you didn't really get to process like the episodes as you're watching them. And I think that's so true, because like when you do weekly episode releases, you have a full week to process that entire episode before the next one, whereas when you binge, you're watching it back to back to back, and you can't really like process what's happening, and so you don't really know what's happening. There's so many things that you forget about, whereas like when you have that full week in between episodes, you can really understand what's happening in the TV show, because like we're using Yellow Jackets and White Lotus as like examples right now, but like Yellow Jackets and White Lotus, the first 2 seasons of both of them, I binge watched with our mom, and I really enjoyed them. But with Yellow Jackets, there were so many things I forgot from the first and second season, because you binge watched it. But then with this season, I'm like, oh, I really know what happened, and so I really enjoyed these 2 seasons with having the weekly release episodes, because I think I understood the show so much more.
Yeah, and it reminds me of growing up, like having cable TV and having shows that we watched, like American Idol, Glee. That was a big one, like waiting every week for the new episode.
Yeah, I feel like Glee was a really big one. I mean, there were so many shows, obviously, but I think like Glee, I remember when I was little, like when you were watching Glee, it was like almost like a family affair. Like we'd all kind of sit down and watch the new weekly episode of Glee.
Yeah, so I just like... I think I'm over binge watching
and streaming services.
Yeah, I just am feeling like just overstimulated. Like, and I think maybe because I just have always been a big TV watcher, and I'm kind of like, I think I need to cut back, which is like, that's huge for me. That means that means that there's something wrong.
Yeah,
I've been just like, I want to read, I want to sit outside, I want to get one of those, like, you know how on YouTube you could get like a screen that's like a fireplace. Yeah, I want to do that, or like a meadow, and just sit on my couch and read.
We'll just do that.
I think I will. That's
not hard. That's an easy fix if you want to do something like that.
But I do like to watch. My new fixation for like TV has been King of the Hill.
See, like usually I have like one show that'll turn on, like if I'm like cooking or whatever. And for a while it was usually Glee. Sometimes I go into New Girl. In the fall, it's obviously Gilmore Girls.
Always.
Sometimes Gossip Girl. But recently, and this is just because, like, I don't know if it's because, like, I have a short attention span, or I just, like, really have not been into, like, TV. But recently I've been doing, like, podcast episodes on my TV instead. Just because, like, I don't know. I feel like podcast episodes, like I feel like I'm not necessarily learning something, but I'm like hearing about like other people talk about like what's going on in the world, and like, you know, pop culture, whatever. But I think TV is nice because it gives you a break from those things. TV really gives you a break from like social media and like all of the worldly events that are happening. And so I think that is a nice thing about TV, is that like most of it isn't like real life.
Yeah.
Especially if you go back and watch like older like TV
from the
shows
90s
and stuff.
Yeah. I will always, one of my things before I go to bed, if I'm like, I want to watch a show, but I don't want to be like super invested, I watch an old like 90s sitcom, like Frasier, Seinfeld, Will and Grace, and they're funny, but they're not like all in your face.
Yeah.
And same with like cartoons too, like King of the Hill, Bob's Burgers, The Simpsons. It's I've been kind of just on this like big kick of watching cartoons and like older shows, because I will say, and I've said this for a really long time, the 90s I think is some of the most peak television. Yeah. Like when it comes to sitcoms, because you had Friends. I love watching Friends. I know a lot of people think that's basic, but there's something very comforting to me about Friends. Will and Grace, Frasier, Everybody Loves Raymond. A lot of those shows were like mid 90s going into the 2000s, and they were just funny. They just had good writing. They were goofy, and they were very, I don't know, they're just it's just not the same. I haven't come back to a sitcom today. The closest thing is Abbott Elementary, but it's not a multicam. It's mockumentary style, like The Office. Yeah. And The Office is great. But The Office is sometimes like a lot for me. So I personally will go back to like stuff from the 90s. I also love like Golden Girls. Mm-hmm. Golden Girls. Sorry. Again, not a podcast without me coughing. Golden Girls is always a really good show. I'm just giving like recommendations. I love stuff from like the 70s too. I started watching this is from the 50s. I Love Lucy. Like there is just really good TV from like sitcoms from before the 2000s and even in the 2000s. But now it's just, there's nothing that has like been like, oh my gosh, I love New Girl. I love The Office.
Yeah. Oh, the light went out.
Oh no. Sad. The light's still good though. The lighting's still good. So, but yeah, whenever I just need something in the background, I either put on like a movie I've seen before, like Princess Diaries or something, or King of the Hill. I've been talking too long about TV, but
that's okay. You never introduced your new friend.
Oh my gosh, yes. So something really exciting that I did 2 exciting things this week. I got my first jelly cat.
It's a bear.
Bartholomew the Bear Jr.
Is it really called Bartholomew? I feel like you made that up.
His name is Tiny Bartholomew Bear.
Oh, he's so cute.
I think it's like the perfect first jelly cat. And Lily was like, when you have your first kid, you can give him the jelly cat. And I was like, this is mine. Why would
That is so sweet, though. Like, that is a perfect first stuffed animal.
It kind of is, though.
I mean, you don't need that jelly cat forever. And that's just, like, such a perfect first stuffed animal. I will not give my first kid my first jelly cat, which is a croissant. That's a stupid-ass fucking first
imagine
like stuffed animal. That's cute. Like, whether it's a boy or a girl.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
And so I think we can talk about both Baby Barney and Geeko. We both were kids who had like a stuffed animal growing up.
Our brother didn't, which I think is so funny. He didn't have one.
No. So
we did.
So I had a Baby Barney. I was a big Barney fan. And do not ask me about the new reboot. I don't like it because it's a cartoon. Anyways, Baby Barney was like a keychain that my mom got at like the checkout stand, and it had a hook, and it was just a little like stuffed animal Barney keychain. Loved him. And I used to like take the hook and rub it on my mouth because it was like a soothing thing for me. Well, a couple years ago, our dog Yuki, as a puppy, got a hold of Baby Barney because I still have Baby Barney.
But you never brought him home with you, which I feel like is your fault. Like, why did you bring him when you moved? Like, why did you leave him in Texas?
Well, I left him in my because when I was in college. That was when I was in college, Lily, and so I didn't bring all of my stuff.
No, I think you were living in Utah at the time when Baby Barney got destroyed.
So he destroyed Baby Barney. He destuffed him, which I was fine with, but the thing that really upset me was that the hook he took off the hook and chewed it up, and so I was very sad about it. But I still have the carcass of Baby Barney, and I was telling my cousin yesterday how I was like, I really want to like revitalize Baby Barney. Refurbish and she goes, oh, I bet you could just like find a hook online. I was like, but it's very specific, like purple hook. She goes, I bet you could find one on like
a Baby Barney.
And so I look, That's not what it was called. That's what I called him, Baby Barney. I went online and I found the exact same one on Etsy for $11, and I bought it. It's en route. Shipping was $9, so it was a $20. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna take the hook off to put on my Baby Barney. I don't know. Don't ask me.
Baby Barney, the one that got destroyed is like kind of like he's like in pieces. Like I don't know. No, Kendra, I remember because I was at the crime of the scene. He's like kind of. I don't think you can refurbish him.
A lot of his stuff is there. He's got a tear. I'd have to sew it up. Anyways, I can fix him. Or Mom can because she has better sewing skills. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to take the hook, put it on mine. I don't know. I'll keep you updated on Baby Barney. But
he just needs to get here and make sure it's not a scam. Because what if it's a scam?
Well, Etsy, if it's a scam, Etsy will Yeah, so Etsy is really great. Like because there are scams sometimes on Etsy.
Right.
But this lady specifically sells like old vintage, like 90s toy, like nostalgic toys. And I got the last one. There was 2. I got the last one. I guess Baby Barney is not in high demand, but I am very excited to
it was an impulse purchase at the farm last night.
My cousin, she was like,
I mean, it was $11, so like whatever.
And then should we talk about Geeka?
I don't think there's much to talk about. My childhood stuffed animal was Geeka. Her given name is Geeka. Her real name is Uniqua from the Backyardigans, from the hit famous show Backyardigans. How does it go?
We're your back friends, the Backyardigans. Honestly, going to Mars, that was
that was the best TV show. The best episode.
To Mars. We're going to Mars. I knew that at way too old of an age because I'm a lot older.
Yeah.
So like I would have to watch Backyardigans.
Anyways, my favorite was Uniqua because she was pink, and at my age, I could not say Uniqua. So naturally, her name became Geeka. 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 And put that in the dictionary. And I had multiple Geekas. Like, I had a baby Geeka. I had quite a few regular Geekas. I had a big Geeka.
Because you also would lose your Geekas.
Okay, yes, I know. I would lose my Geekas. I'm not as good of owner as you. At least none of my Geekas didn't get torn to shreds.
Anyways, Geeka's pretty. I will say, like, Geeka
is iconic.
She really is because she helped you through a lot of hard times.
Truly, yeah. She went everywhere.
She was so dirty.
She was so dirty. Well, because like you with your like little, you would rub the.
You would chew the ear.
I would chew the ear.
Yes.
Yes, I would chew the ear.
You know, it's so funny because the 2 late girls that are on the show, Geeka is pink, but she's a little bit more of a tomboy. And then there's Tasha, who's like the hippo.
Yeah, and she's orange and yellow.
And but she's more girly. And so it's like I feel like, are more of a Tasha.
Right.
But
naturally, I loved Geeka.
Because she was pink. Man, guys, Lily was... You think she's high maintenance now? As a child is... Oh my gosh. Like, she knew who she was at a young age.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, she would change all of her outfit. I mean, I still do this now, but she would change her outfits throughout the day for different occasions. She had
love shoes. And a whole song about shoes.
Shoes. There's a video, and we need to find it because it's in the lost files of my mom fed into it. That was the thing, because it was so funny. She got her like 5 new pairs of shoes for her 2nd birthday, and she just would pull on. She goes, "New shoes!" And mom was like, 5 new pairs of sassy shoes, because that was another thing.
Yeah,
sassy.
Yeah,
we called you sassy because you were very. Everything was pink. I remember our first year that we lived out of Alaska. We went back the next summer and we were at our cabin, and that was like the first time before you were just a baby.
Yeah.
And every day you had like a pink outfit on.
This is a
fishing cabin. This is a fishing cabin.
I was at the age of like 3 years old learning how to fish in a pink cheetah jumpsuit.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Matching.
Pink cheetah jumpsuit.
Uh-huh.
It was actually velvet and matching tracksuit. It was a look. And with the like red and yellow life vest that I probably threw a tantrum about because I had to wear a red and yellow life vest that probably I was like, it clashes with my pink cheetah jumpsuit.
Yes. So
and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
To this day I would wish I could still find a pink cheetah jumpsuit to fish in.
So every day she had a pink outfit, and one day she had this like little purple outfit, like it was like a purple sweatsuit, and our grandpa was like, "That's the first time I've seen you not wear pink, and it's purple." Like Lily, and when our grandma stayed with us, she'd pick out all of my grandma's clothes. She'd go, "What are you wearing today?" 3. "What are you wearing today?" And she'd pick out all the pink like shirts and jewelry stuff first, and she would give me a hard time. I'd be going into middle school, and I'm like waking up at 5 a.m. to go to on the bus or whatever. And she's like, "Is that what you're going to wear today?" I'm wearing sweats. Because everyone in my grade were wearing sweats. She's like, "Are you really going to wear that today?" She's 5 and I'm 13.
Yeah. To this day, I'm still like, "Are you really wearing that?" I do it to my whole family. Like, I am the fashion police. I'll never forget when I was moving in to college. And you wanted to wear a stupid fucking, like, bandana across, like, your, like head. Do you remember this?
I think
you had a bandana. It was, like, the ones, like, you didn't wear it like this. You wore it, like, across your forehead and then tied it back.
Like the do-rag?
Yes. And you wanted to wear that. And I was like, Kendra, why? I was so peeved about this. I'm like, why are you wearing that? Like, we are going to move me into my freshman dorm room. We're not going to Cabo. Like, I was so mad, and you were so insistent on wearing it. And my mom, I was like, Kendra, you look ridiculous. Like, can you please take it off? Like, I'm moving into college. Like, you look ridiculous. And even my mom's like, Kendra, just take it off. And you're like, no, I don't. You finally did take it off because obviously I got my way. But I was like, why is she wearing this stupid bandana? Like, I'm moving into college, and she's acting like she's going to the club in Cabo. And I was like, she has a point.
That's the thing, is Lily is because she's the youngest. Girl always gets her way.
I don't even think it's like get my way. I have really good points about some things.
You're bossy. So
I'm bossy.
Yes.
You're bossy. No. We're both bossy.
We
have a bossy family.
We really do. All of us.
Noah is, mom is, dad is. Like, we're all bossy.
Yeah, we all have opinions and thoughts, and I think it's because we grew up with parents who are like always saying how they feel about what they think, and so we're like, yeah.
Well, also like growing up, we would like listen to mom gossip on the phone, like in the car. So it's like she'd be like, shh, don't say anything, or like we would sit in her room as she's on the phone as she's hitting our dog, our 8-pound Chihuahua. Moose would be like right here, and mom would be, because our mom taught, like we all talk with our hands. We all talk with our hands, and our mom's like on the phone, like she's laying in bed. She's like, I'm like, Mom, you're hitting our dog. Leave the poor boy alone.
Yeah.
But
I do appreciate mom always gossiping in front of us. We
got our gossiping traits from our mother. Yeah. Truly.
I think something I always really appreciate about mom was that she's like, you can always have your own opinion on a person, even if it's an adult. You need to respect them. But so I would like, if there was anybody, I'd be like, I don't like them. And she's like, that's okay. Still gotta respect them. But yeah, no, she's a big gossiper. She's not compared to other people.
But it's more of just like growing up and like hearing her conversations with people. If there's ever like, family drama or church drama or PTA drama, whatever it was, like she would kind of like it. Rarely, mom would be like
she let us.
Half the time our conversations when we were in the car with her, and like that is where we got our trait of like talking and about people is from our mother. Whereas our dad is like almost the exact opposite.
He's like he's always saying nice things about people, and I'm like,
well, and it's almost like
annoying.
It's annoying. Like it's kind of like condescending. I'm like, you're being so fake right now saying these things about these people.
I actually think it's that dad. I think that's how he genuinely feels.
Really?
I really think, because dad will talk about people. He'll make points, but he's not going to like make a whole big round about it like we do, where we like hyperfixate.
Yeah,
and, like,
true,
break it down.
true.
He'll just be like, oh yeah, no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that Dad's actually very nice, and I think has a lot more compassion than we all do.
Yeah.
And he just...
Well, Dad and Noah are like that.
Yes, and it bugs me, though, because sometimes I'm like, I just need to vent.
Yeah. And then they're trying to give people the benefit of the doubt.
But Mom does that, too.
Mom gives people the benefit of the doubt. So, there's nothing I hate more than the benefit of the doubt.
And I'm just like, can you give me the benefit of the doubt?
Can you let me say what I want to say?
And I'm like, I just want to talk crap about this person because they're annoying the crap out of me.
I don't even need you to, like, give me any advice or say anything.
And I was just like, can you be on my side? Can you be on my side for a minute? Because I don't feel like you are on my side right now.
You're on this other person's side.
You're on my arch nemesis side.
Yeah. The benefit of the doubt, I hate. I hate to see the benefit of the doubt coming. I hate it.
We don't give each other the
benefit of the doubt.
We don't give other people when you tell me something, I'm like, oh, I hate that. You're like, my friend did this. I'm like, what a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I hate her. Like
I hate the benefit of the doubt.
Because we do. And I'll be like, well, that's why I was really upset last week when you were like, well, maybe. And I was like, are you giving this man the benefit of the doubt that you've never met?
Yeah.
This guy who ditched me for yard work? No! That's the thing. My mom also, like, if I go on a date with a guy and I'm like, I didn't like him, she'll be like, you should give him another shot. And I'm like, what?
Have you ever heard of anything called the vibe? If you know the vibe's off, don't go again.
And everyone is always like, give him a second chance. I'm like, no. That's the thing. I will give a guy a second chance if I don't know. But I know.
Yeah.
When I know, I know. And when the vibe's not right, and he's eating with his mouth open,
girl, you have no room to talk about any sort of eating. We were just eating Cafe Rio, and there's nothing I hate more than people who, like, are loudly chewing. And sometimes, obviously, like, everybody does it, but it's like a constant thing. Like, if you have an issue with loud chewing, I'm so annoyed. But, like, obviously everybody, like, does a little, like but Kendra's bad about, and our dad. So
our dad's when
dad
he eats cereal.
Anyways, talking about loud chewing, I feel like I don't do it that much, but the other day, me and my friend Brenna, we went to the grocery store because she wanted a sweet treat, and it was kind of a weird grocery store. They didn't have a lot, but they had this, like, really big brownie. Like, it was like literally like a 6-inch cake size brownie with what?
Farts?
With farts on the top. A big brownie with farts on top. No.
Frosting.
Cream
cheese.
No. It was no. It was a fudge brownie. It was okay.
No, like with cream cheese frosting.
No, fudge. Chocolate fudge. Like, let me talk about the brownie. Let me talk about the brownie. Now there's tears coming out of my eyes. Big fudge brownie is what.
How big was it?
I told you 6 inches. I'm sorry anybody is listening right now because we are being so annoying. I just know we're squealing with these mics.
I wheeze when I laugh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just gather ourselves real quick so I can finish this brownie story. Oh. Okay, back to the fudge brownie. Jeez. This big fudge brownie. And I was like, I know this thing's gonna be so dry and dense. And we keep on calling this Big A brownie. We're like, oh, the Big A brownie. Like, and we get it. She pulls out. I'm gonna have to post this video. She pulls the brownie out as we're walking in the parking lot. It's like literally as big as her face. She takes a bite out of the Big A brownie. Not good. So then I was like, okay, let me try the Big A brownie. So I tried the Big A brownie, and I'm like, because it's so fudgy from the fudge frosting, not cream cheese. It's so fudgy. My teeth are literally sticking together. Like, the frosting is super glue. I'm like, and one thing about Brenna, she hates when people do that. Like, she will call you out on it, and she looks at, and I look at her because I know what I'm doing, and she looks at me, she goes, fucking close your mouth. I'm like, sorry, there's a big brownie fudge frosting is making my teeth stick together. And I caught myself. I was like, it was literally the worst thing ever. And I was like, I hate when people do that, and I hate when I notice I'm doing it. Like, there's nothing worse. And she was eating Cafe Rio. She crunching on her chips.
Okay, but my mouth was closed.
It was still really loud.
I think there's a lot of great things about living on your own, but for me is like you just get comfortable being by yourself and not eating around other people,
and that's not a good thing though.
No, that's the thing, is like there's a lot of negatives where it's like I'm so comfortable being around myself doing the things that I do by myself.
Or yeah, like all your flirting. Lily, what? It's true. You rip the loudest farts ever, and it's always when I'm around. And they're so loudly disgusting. I'm like,
why are you?
In the words of Mom, ew, go take a poo. Pew, go take a poo. Because that was a wet fart. Are you sure you didn't shart yourself?
Gross. Lily, we're not talking about this.
I'm just being raw and honest right now. There's nothing wrong.
For you, but you're airing out my dirty laundry.
Everybody farts.
I
just
know that.
Not as much as you.
I have tummy issues and you know it.
I'm sick of people always saying that they have stomach issues. Like, I get it, but like that doesn't.
Lily, you know I've had stomach issues since I was 11.
Everybody has stomach issues. Everybody farts. I get it, but like you just fart an excessive amount. Just because you have stomach issues doesn't mean you need to like be just. And granted, yes, you are in the comfort of your own home, but there is somebody around, and you do not need to be letting out that big of a fart. That is my 2 cents on it.
Okay.
Yes, everybody has stomach issues. And yes, everybody farts, but like, let's be a little courteous.
Thank you so much for bringing this up. I really did not want to be talking about my health on this podcast, but you know, you've.
I wouldn't consider farts health.
My stomach issues.
I don't even care about your stomach issues. I'm just talking about your farts.
Stop talking about it.
Okay, moving on from the farts. Speaking of fart, I personally need to go to the bathroom after that Cafe Rio, so I do think we do need to wrap it up because we are pushing almost an hour, and so we need to wrap it because I need to go destroy your bathroom. To be honest, to be so honest with you,
please spray it afterwards.
You don't have spray. Sorry, I keep on wiping my nose right now, and it's so disgusting. But sorry, the laughing fit that we had about 3 minutes ago has really messed me up, and I really need to blow my nose.
Okay.
But thank you everybody so much for listening to our 3rd episode.
This was fun.
This was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
You say that every week. This was fun. I agree. It was fun. She's mad at me right now, to be honest. She's not really happy, and that's okay. If there's any more technical difficulties, I keep on saying this. We're having our brother work on them. We're figuring it out. We're working on it. But thank you everybody so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Guys.